What's going on, guys? GregglesTV. We're looking at the Mi Box. This just came out. It's made by Xiaomi, and it's their first TV box ever in America that I know of, and it goes for $69. You can get it at Walmart or their website. I will link both of them in the description down below. And it is an Android TV box, so it runs Android TV. You can do Netflix, Sling, Vudu, Red Bull, Hulu, Showtime, HBO, all that stuff, Pandora, Spotify. I can even run Kodi on it. So 69 bucks. It also can do up to 4K video. You can see on the back of the box, it shows that it can do 4K Ultra HD and HDR if your TV supports it. Also has a quad-core CPU, Google Voice Search on the remote, and you can also Google Cast, so it's really just a two-in-one. So if you're thinking about getting a Google Cast, especially that Ultra one, get this one. 69 bucks, same price, and it can run apps on it and comes with a voice remote, so it's a much better deal just to get this one. So let's open this up and see what is inside. So right when you open the box, you get the Mi Box right here. It's very small, you can see. So here is my remote control for my Sony, and it's way smaller than that. It's really small. It's fairly light, it doesn't feel heavy. So you can see on the back, this is where you're gonna plug it in to power it up. USB 3.0, HDMI, and audio out. Other than that, there's no other buttons or anything else on this. You get your special free offers in here, and there's a bunch of stuff in here. You get a $50 credit if you sign up with Sling TV, a $5 movie credit with Vudu, 1 month free of CBS All Access, and you also get 30 days free of HBO, Showtime, and 3 months of ad-free Pandora. So you get a lot of free offers with this little box. This is your setup guide for the Mi Box. Everything on how to connect the console, the controller, all that stuff. Warranty information, which is a 1-year warranty with the Mi Box. Continuing inside the box, we also get a power brick branded with the Mi logo. 2 AAA batteries, the Excel brand. Never heard of that brand, but hopefully they work. HDMI cable. I remember when you'd buy these devices and have it be a video game console or a TV box like this, and you would not get any HDMI cable. Actually, Amazon still doesn't give you one, so it's nice to see them giving us a 4K enabled HDMI cable for free. And lastly, here is the remote. No buttons on the back, and then on the front, you can see you got your up and down. It's probably volume or channels. You got your microphone to speak into it, your home button, your back button, left, right, up, down, select, and power button. Now, before we get to the setup of the Mi Box, I wanted to let you know that if you buy it through Xiaomi's website, you actually don't have to pay tax, so you save a little bit of money there. Otherwise, you can just buy it at Walmart if you want it instantly. So let's get this set up now. The setup is now complete. One thing that didn't work is I was trying to do the setup on my phone and it wouldn't work. I had to connect to the Wi-Fi from directly on this TV box, the Mi Box, and then I did the rest of it from my phone, but for some reason it wouldn't do the initial setup on my phone. I kept getting errors. But this looks a lot like the NVIDIA Shield TV because they both use the Google Android TV setup. And this is exactly the same thing, more or less. This won't be able to play high-end games like that one can, but otherwise, everything on this is exactly the same. You can add any Bluetooth accessory. You can add external hard drives, or there's no SD card, unfortunately, but I guess you could add an external micro SD card or SD card if you got one of those USB adapters. But otherwise, everything else is here. So let's just load up YouTube real quick. So I'm going to try the voice remote and see if this works. GregglesTV. So it worked really well, picked it up really fast. Let's just load up a video real quick.
So I heard you're keeping your Note 7. You're not getting rid of it. Well, good for you, mister. I'm going to give you some safety tips to be safe in case that little man...
So you can see videos, search works really well. Let's go back to the home screen. And I'll search for Goonies. I love that movie, so let's check out Goonies. Goonies. Thought I said Tony's at first, but the search is really fast on this. I know I don't really have any apps on this, but it still loads up really quickly. And it's cool because the cool thing about this is it searches multiple locations where Goonies might be. You can see there's a trailer on YouTube. You can buy it on Google Play or rent it. It's probably the rent price for $2.99. You can also get it on Vudu. And then you can search these other things that look for Steven Spielberg movies or pirate movies. You should also be able to check like scores on this. Think college football, say Clemson Tigers. Clemson Tigers score. So you can see it can brings up other stuff like that, like such as, you know, sports scores and things like that. So if you're searching on here, and this thing's super snappy. Let's check out the Google Play Store. In my apps, it should show everything that's on here, and I obviously have a lot of updates to do. But the controller is very responsive. The talking works really well. Let's see, up and down on the plus and minus buttons on the controller, like I showed you earlier, those are to put the volume up and down. But all these apps have updates, that's good. So I'll run that. But that should also do it automatically, but I'll just let it do it now. Check out. So this should play some games. Like I said, it won't play a lot of high-end games, I don't think. We can try a game on here just to check out how it performs. I know this game is pretty intensive, so let's try out Riptide. I'll download that. So let's go back here. Let's check out the open storage that we have. So storage. So you don't have a lot of storage. Looks like it's an 8 gig hard drive, I believe. So you get 5 gigs free. So it's not a lot, but we should be able to put in, like I said, external hard drive to get more storage. Looks like 4 gigabytes is free. So very small hard drive. That's one of the downsides of this. So I just connected a USB drive, and you can set it up as internal storage. So I'll set this up as internal storage, and then I can format it. So I'm going to format it. If 8 gigabytes is not going to be good enough for you, you always have the ability to, like I said, plug in a USB drive of some sort, have it be a micro SD card connected to that USB drive, or a big external hard drive, or a thumb drive, and you can get around that and have storage on this. Whereas with the Fire TV will allow you to store some of the files on that external drive, but not all of them. So this is perfect. This will let you store all of that stuff on there. And there you go. When I go back into storage, you can see that I do have 2 drives in there. I have the internal storage, and I also have the verbatim USB storage. So let's try Riptide GP Renegade just to see how this games. Yeah, these graphics are pretty janky. They're not very crisp. But I did just want to see how this played. I guess they downgrade the graphics a lot when you play it on this system because, again, the system is not a gaming system. It gets a little bit choppy too, I can tell. But you still get some of the water effects. You know, it can game. It's only $69, which is a lot cheaper than the Fire TV, which does have better gaming on it, the new Fire TV. But the Fire TV doesn't have, is 33% more expensive. It's also not as open and easy to set up things on it as the Google one is. Because the Google one, you know, you have Kodi inside the store, so you don't have to mess around with side loading it. And then any other apps you could sideload that aren't in the store, just like you can with the Fire TV. Except this one, I think, is just going to be a little bit easier for everybody for that reason. And plus, the Google one, you're getting the whole Google ecosystem, whereas the Fire TV one, which has a really good, healthy ecosystem in terms of apps and things like that, I still think that the Google one will end up winning out as time goes on. So the game's pretty good. Again, it's a little choppy here. The frame rate's not that great, but it's definitely playable. I don't think your kids would complain much about this. This box does not come with the Amazon Video Store, so I'll try to get that set up in another video. So it has all the apps you could want. You have, you know, all your Netflix and Hulu and Sling, and you can install Kodi. I'll show you can install Kodi just by going to this Google Play Store. Kodi. So there's Kodi right there. All you got to do is click on it and install, and you can have all that cool stuff, you know, like Exodus and One Channel and Sports Devil, all that cool stuff for Kodi. So very easy to set up. So definitely would I recommend this just right off the bat without even, you know, messing around with it more than a few hours here. I definitely would, especially if you can return it. If you buy it through Walmart, you can obviously return it if you don't like it, but it does 4K video. It does 1080p video. It does all kinds of apps and games, and you can plug in external hard drives and Bluetooth controllers, and it's just a cool little box. It's much cheaper than the Apple TV, and it can do more than the Apple TV. So I would definitely recommend this box so far. If there's anything you want to see on this box, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you down the road. Peace.